Michael's with us in Ohio. Hey, Michael, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, how are you doing?
Better than I deserve. How can Rachel and me help?
Well, thank you, Rachel, too, for your Instagram feed. My wife loves it.
Oh, awesome. Thanks.
But my question is, right now we're sitting on about $150 in cash, and we've been trying to find a house for a good long time. With everything that's going on right now, I have my wife, a 2-year-old. We have one car, but we're just having trouble because we love the idea, Dave, when you say, you can get a great deal during hard times. And in Ohio here, we're a little bit outside of Cleveland. We just haven't been seeing that much pop up on the market. And I guess at this time, we've got the 150 sitting in the bank. I'm getting a little bit worried about if anything happens with inflation because I don't understand it that well. But how do we get a deal? Like, what should I be trying to do if we're trying to find a house, get out of our apartment, and just make the best of, I guess, this crazy situation that we're in right now?
Yeah. I don't know that you're going to get the best bargain that you've ever seen, like 50% off on a piece of real estate because of this coronavirus mess or because of the shutdowns. I really don't think that real estate, at least there's not any indicators yet that it's going to suffer like that. And so you might get a seller that's motivated, that's scared right now, that would rather have the money than the property that they own, and you might get somewhat of a discount if you found that. And so in order for it sounds like your life is stable, your income stable, you got a big income, or you got a big savings account rather, your income stable. There's no reason for you to not go ahead, but I wouldn't if I were going to place in your situation, $150,000 is a lot of money, right? Yeah. And so I wouldn't take that $150,000 out of the bank and put it into a piece of real estate in the middle of this weirdness unless I did get a deal. Your reason for looking at property in the middle of the wild times, your reason for buying a house in the middle of the wild times with that much cash is that you got a deal. Otherwise, you'd sit on the sidelines and let this pass, right?
Yeah, I assume so. I don't.
There's not. You don't need to worry about inflation. Inflation's not going to be a problem for you.
And when it comes to your house, tell me what you think of this. But this is your largest investment, really, largest purchase you're ever going to make in your life. And in my opinion, I don't really care what the market's doing, good or bad. Like, it needs to be right for you guys. And if you guys were looking to buy a house and you have your down payment, you find something you like, it's in the price range, go ahead and do it. If you're not finding anything you guys like, then sit on it and you're fine. And so I hate the market dictating people's decisions with a home. Your situation needs to dictate you buying a home.
Inflation is when the value, or not the value, but the cost of something begins to go up. And when people are worrying about inflation, it's when it's going up a lot. All right. Recession is the opposite of inflation. Recession is when the economy shrinks. The total goods and services of the U.S., the gross domestic product, shrinks for 2 consecutive quarters. It has not yet shrunk for 1 quarter. So we can't say we're in a recession until it's happened for 6 months. And we're ways from that. Now, but that's what, that there are a lot more logical fears about recession than there are inflation. Inflation is when things are going boom, 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 and prices keep shooting up because the economy's white hot and there doesn't seem to be any end to it, right? And so you're the opposite of that. You're the opposite of worrying about inflation right now. But could 6 months, could we be in a recession which would probably affect house prices a little bit? It probably won't affect them a ton, but could it affect them a little bit? Maybe. But I'm with Rachel. There's not anything that's happening there that supersedes you doing the deal that's right for you. And in order to do that in the middle of all this craziness, if I'm in your shoes, it's got to be really right for me. And that means I'm going to be wanting a good price if I've got $150,000 cash in your situation. And you may be paying cash for the property. It's very possible. And so, I'm standing here with cash. I can close Friday. And if you've got a seller that's going, whoa, I got to get out, the coronavirus, I got to get out. Well, then you've got a situation where you may be able to get a deal because you're in the driver's seat.
And I think having patience with this is really
Yes.
important because it gives you options. You're
Yep.
not in a rush.
Slow down.
You're good.
Wait for the right deal. And when it all lines up, then you know it's the right deal. If you're forcing it because of worries and you get burn a hole in your pocket, this money is, then you get into trouble. Don't do that.